What's happening, sports fans? Welcome back to another episode of Mama and Papa Joe. We've got oxtails on the menu today. We're going to cook them in a way we've never done before. Oxtail sous vide. Let's go. Here's some beautiful oxtails. Man, much of them have been trimmed. They came in different packages, so some are better trimmed than others. I've already washed them, dried them a little bit. All we're going to do is clean up the ones that need a little cleaning. I do not like to cook oxtails with all this fat on it, so I will definitely thin this out. These are some nice healthy pieces. And this should be our last piece right here. And I think we're good to go. So now that we're here, we're pretty well cleaned up. Most of these are very large pieces. I'm going to be doing two things. I'm going to take the smaller pieces, brown them on the stove to get the base for my gravy / sauce. And the larger pieces, I'm going to take outside and smoke them for about a half an hour to amp up that flavor. We're going to season these with nothing but salt and pepper to start. Got some 16 mesh. And we come back with some kosher salt. All right, we're going to go outside and get that pit lit. All right, we've got a pretty small fire ready to go, man. And we're rocking that awesome garlic onion briquette from our cowboy. Smells like we're doing something already. Small piece of wood of your choosing. We're not looking to cook these. We just want to get them some nice smoke. Little room in between them. I'll probably come back out here and rotate them in about 15 minutes, and we'll call it good about a half an hour in. These we're going to brown on the stove. All right, so our pan is nice and hot. We're going to come in here with our small pieces, and we are going to get these nicely brown. I think we're where we need to be in terms of color. Beautiful, nicely brown. We've got our fawn at the bottom that I'm looking for. We're going to come right back into our pot. I've got one medium yellow onion, one stalk of celery, some baby carrots chopped up, about half of a red bell pepper. We're just going to get this a little color, a little toasting. All right, I'm happy with what we've got here. Nice color. Got 3 cloves of garlic sliced thinly. We're going to give this just another minute and a half. That's been another minute and a half, a little cracked black pepper and a pinch of salt for these veggies. Now I'm going to come back, 2 cups of chicken stock, 1/4 cup of a dry red wine. You really want to scrape the bottom, get all that good stuff off. We're going to reduce this liquid by about 1/3 or so you can afford to turn your burner up a little higher. All right, we are reducing nicely. We're going to add 1 habanero I split in half, some thyme, and some parsley. We have reached reduction. I'm going to add a good healthy shake of my Badia complete seasoning. This Badia has very little salt, but lots of great flavors. And then we set it to the side and go take a look at our oxtails out there smoking. All right, we are at that half-hour mark. That color is absolutely stunning. Folks, that piece of wood that I said use the wood of your choosing. I chose cherry, and look at that great color. So we're just going to pull these, get them inside, and start our sous vide process. That's nice. Our juice has cooled, and our sous vide machine is almost up to temp. So now is a good time to start the vacuuming process. I've separated these into 2 even piles. So instead of doing 1 large bag, I'm going to do 2 smaller ones. I think it's going to be safer, and they're going to fit better in the sous vide machine. I've got my bag already cut. Just going to come in here, drop in these pieces, and I'm here to tell you, this smells great. Like it is ready to be eaten right now. And here's that cool liquid. It is delicious. All right, that's going to be 1. Oh, we're not going to leave that behind. Not going to leave that behind. And we're going to head over to the vacuum sealer. All right, our sous vide machine is up to temp. We are at 180 degrees. In with our bags, and I hope we don't have too much water. Let's see. It's not a problem. This is our little contraption. Make sure it stays submerged, and I think we are good to go. Our cover to prevent or minimize water loss. And we're going to be looking at 20 hours, folks. You could speed this up by cooking at a higher temperature if you wanted to, but we're not in any rush. This is for tomorrow. All right, folks, we're back. I stopped this at 18 hours, and I felt that these were at the perfect texture. They're very soft. I did not want them falling off the bones. 18 hours instead of 20. What I'm going to do now is get this liquid out of here and start working on our gravy. And I'm being gentle just in case they want to fall off the bone. Oh, they look good. Oh, these are beautiful. Put back that juice. It's a beautiful pan of oxtails.
Yes, it is.
Now, folks, I'm going to come back with my chinois and try to strain this. I'm going to squeeze out those veggies. So I'm just pressing, trying to get every last bit of goodness. So now we're going to separate the fat from the gravy. And this piece of paper towel is just in the spout to prevent oil from getting in there. I'm going to give this a couple of 3 minutes or so for that oil to float to the top, and then I'll pour off the good stuff. All right, so folks, this is our second cup right here, man. And you can see nicely how that oil separates. So all we do here is remove our stopper and pour off this good stuff. And I'll stop here, and all that is oil that we're going to discard. I'm going to use a half cup of this au jus to make a nice glaze. To that, I'm going to add a little shake of soy sauce and maybe a tablespoon of some sweet cooking wine, mirin. Should give me a nice shine. We're going to reduce this slightly on the stove. All right, so we've reduced our glaze. Give these a nice coating before we put them in the oven under a little high heat. Get a little caramelization going. Really amp up these flavors. For our gravy, we're going to adjust our seasoning. A little cornstarch as this reduces on the stove. That cornstarch is going to help us thicken up. So here we are, fresh out of the oven, folks, a couple of 10 minutes or so. And man, these smell great. I'm going to put these on a platter, and we're going to finish up this video. Folks, here we are. Take a look at that, man. Wow. Jiggly, jiggly, jiggly. And let's come in here with just a little gravy. That is heavenly. Mama's got some mashed potatoes on the stove. Oh, we're going to sit down and just go to town. Wow. Oh my goodness. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. It had a few more moving pieces than I anticipated, but man, I'm here to tell you it's well worth the effort. Tender, tender, tender. The flavors are so pronounced. Haven't been locked into that cryovac for 18 hours. Want to thank you guys and gals for hanging out with Mom and Papa Joe as usual. We absolutely appreciate your support. Be on the lookout for another video coming very soon. In the meantime, Mom and I want you guys to take care of yourselves, love each other, and we'll see you when we see you. Holla!